Yeah, I was watching a video. It was a young woman being interviewed, and the topic of the conversation was about relationships and, of course, how men and women are paired in relationships. And so, one of the things that I want to ask you is who has it the hardest when it comes to relationships and responsibilities? Is it men or is it women?
Um, that all depends on the relationship. But when they talk about just period in life and expectation wise, men have it harder, hands down. And we know that. Women know that. They're honest enough. They know that. The problem is a lot of women don't want to be honest about the circumstance and what they're dealing with. And then also a lot of men don't care. Like real men are okay with having it hard. The problem is the lack of acknowledgement. Like it got to a point where now, once young ladies started to go out, they're working, they're being successful, and they're having a hard, or they feel like they had to have it hard to get what they got, the accomplishments that they have. Oh, now they're measuring up their situations with a man, and it doesn't compare. First things first, sister. The harder it gets harder for you as you leave a man, because once you get with a man, your expectations drop. Meaning, people, it's an expectation for a brother to show up with something and have something for you. You know what I mean? But for a woman, that's not an expectation. Again, you got the likes of S.T.A.R.V.E just put that out not too long ago. Like, hey, she can have a baby. This is S.T.A.R.V.E said this on, and everybody saw it. A lot of women reposted it. She can have a baby. She shouldn't have it. That's all she need to do. But for me, I feel like we all need to be decent human beings, no matter who you are, man or woman. But when you have a man in your life, a lot of expectations fall on him that doesn't fall on you. They'll always bring up the cooking and cleaning, stuff like and rearing the kids. That's three things. But if a woman doesn't work in that house, that's okay. If a man doesn't work, he's sorry. And we would say that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just a woman would say that. Man would say that. Hey, you ain't doing something to make no money? Oh, you a sorry joker. But a woman going to be like, how do I get into that situation where I don't have to work? If you need to be, you can leave one man, go to the next man, and that man take care. If you leave a woman and she ain't taking care, and you want her to take care of you and the word get out, they running for cover when you see that joker. Like, nah, I ain't got to take care of him, and I ain't taking care of no man, because there's so many men that will be willing to take care of him. Not because there's so many of us in number, but that has been the stereotype and the stigma from back in the day. You find a man who's going to take care of you. You find a woman to take care of. I was told by an older woman recently, she said that comes from mothers even used to tell their sons, if you see how that young lady is living and however her dad is caring for her, if you can't do that or more, don't bother her. That's a hellified, stigma that's put there. Like, that's what it is. Like, and every woman's going to say, yeah, that's right, that's right. But how many people are telling their woman, the woman outside of cook, have sex with him, clean? Yeah, that's what the older women used to say, right? But they ain't saying, it's never, you got to be a good woman to him. You got to be a good wife. You got to talk to him. You got to be there for him. You got to take care of him if he gets sick or if something happens to him. He might not always have money because he can get hit by a bus tomorrow. You got to be prepared. You got to know something, know how to do business, handle the paperwork to make sure that if something goes wrong with him, the whole thing don't collapse. You got to know the business so that even if he got an accountant, even if he got somebody else looking at the money, you his third eye, you his second set of eyes to be there to protect him. You have intuition. Women have what we call women's intuition. That's sixth sense, and it's a true thing, but it's just misused a lot of time, worried about another woman, as opposed to that's for protection. That was given to you for protection. That's even biblical. And protecting you, protecting your children, and protecting your spouse. So we have it the hardest. There's no question about it. But society, and I put this in another video where I said, the truth doesn't matter anymore. The truth does not matter anymore. It's everybody is creating their own truth. And when everybody can't come to an agreement with what the truth is, we understand you can have an opinion. And then we understand each relationship. That's why I said in the beginning, relationships different. You know what I mean? If a woman is a doctor and it just don't make no sense for my man to get this, the hot button topic bus driver job, and she tell him, stay home with the kids because that's a little bit more. Hey man, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Each relationship is different. But on the macro, men have it the hardest because we have the most expectations. And I don't think real men care about that. I think all we want and would appreciate is the acknowledgement.